Surprise, surprise. Fani Willis, the DA in Fulton County, is a hypocrite. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to UnwokeThoughts. Today, we are talking about our favorite district attorney. Yes, Fani Willis, the one who is going after Donald Trump. And of course, it's not a politically motivated attack whatsoever. This is all done under the guise of justice. She is just trying to get justice for the country because Donald Trump is ruining democracy. But surprise, surprise, it seems to be that Fani Willis actually wasn't after justice at all. This was just a politically motivated attack by the Biden administration that was just using Fani Willis and her seat and her office as a tool to go after Donald Trump. And she was using it as a way of making money for herself and her lover. Yes, that's correct. Fani Willis actually hired a lover of hers to be the special prosecutor on this RICO case against Donald Trump. And this lover of hers had never actually prosecuted a RICO case, and she paid him top dollar. But all of this really throws into question this RICO case against Donald Trump, if you're not already wondering if it was legitimate. Not only did she hire a lover of hers to prosecute this RICO case, a lover of hers that had no experience prosecuting RICO cases, but she didn't even file the proper paperwork in order for him to be a special prosecutor on this case. She didn't go through the proper procedures. And if it wasn't already looking really, really bad for Fani Willis and her RICO case against Donald Trump, an old video resurfaced of Fani Willis saying that she would not date lower-level staff.
It is saddening to me if young women felt like they came to work and they were, one, even judged for being a woman, but two, if certainly they felt uncomfortable within the workplace. That will not be something that is allowed on my watch. Supervisors under my leadership that are not encouraging and building up my staff will not be supervisors long in my administration. And I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me. Let me just say that. We are at a place in society where things happen in people's relationships, husband and wife. Sometimes there are outside relationships. I don't think that that's what the community is concerned about, although there might be a moral breaking in that. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you chose to have inappropriate contact with employees. I mean, there's nothing that I can say on it other than it is distracting. It is certainly inappropriate for the number one law enforcement officer in this state. And it really, really saddens me. And it will be very unfortunate if the taxpayers of this community have to pay for any of those lawsuits.
Exactly. That's the way I feel about it also.
So, surprise, surprise, Fani Willis was just saying things for the camera because she obviously chose to date someone under her. Nathan Wade she hired, and come to find out, they had a relationship the entire time. In fact, the day after Fani Willis gave him the contract to sign this big contract worth $1 million or hundreds of thousands of dollars, he divorced his wife the day after. And now they're in this big legal battle because I guess his wife did not know that Nathan Wade got this giant windfall. And she rightfully is not very happy about this. But Fani Willis slammed over video saying she would not date lower-level staff. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, whose team is prosecuting Donald Trump in the Georgia election case, can't seem to escape the spotlight following allegations that she had hired a secret lover to ensure a prosecution against the former president. On Friday, a video dating back to 2010 resurfaced on social media, which features Fani Willis talking to a group of people about how she will not tolerate inappropriate workplace romances, specifically those in higher ranks making female employees feel uncomfortable. People are now calling Willis a hypocrite given those allegations. Yes, I am one of those people calling Fani Willis a hypocrite because she is saying that she does not condone people in higher levels dating people underneath them. And what happened? Well, that exact scenario is happening with Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. She's the district attorney. She hired him. She is his superior. Quote, "I certainly will not be choosing people to date that work under me," said Willis. Well, she certainly did. So it's very interesting. Who was speaking about a case in which a law enforcement officer had abused his position of authority against a female employee. See, it's very interesting, these types of people They only take these moral stances when it's convenient for them. They only say these things just to say them. When they're in front of a camera, they say them because it just sounds good and it looks good for them. And it might be beneficial for them in the moment. But as soon as it's not convenient or beneficial for them, as you see with what happened between her and the special prosecutor that she hired, all of those morals go out the window. Quote, we are at a place in society when things happen in people's relationships. I think that what citizens are really, really concerned about is if you choose to have an inappropriate contact with employees, there's nothing I can say on workplace romances other than that it is distracting, she added. The district attorney has found herself in national headlines after it was revealed in a court filing from Trump co-defendant Michael Roman. He is the one that is going after Fani Willis, saying that, hey, this whole case is bunk because she hired this special prosecutor who should not even be a special prosecutor. He has no experience prosecuting RICO cases. Not only that, she didn't even file the proper paperwork in order for him to be a special prosecutor on the case. But Willis had hired her romantic partner, Nathan Wade, to prosecute the former president. Defendant Roman argued in the court filing that if the allegations are true, Willis's conduct could potentially warrant a dismissal of the charges against Trump and disqualification of the entire DA's office from future prosecution of the case. Wow. So this could make this entire case go away, not just against Trump, but against Roman too, and against all these other people that they indicted alongside Donald Trump. On Friday, an investigation revealed that Willis' lover, Nathan Wade, had purchased at least 2 plane tickets in the past under the DA's name. This was revealed via bank statements produced by Wade's wife, Jocelyn. So this is all connected to the divorce lawsuit or the divorce case that they are looking into. Wade had been paid close to $654,000 for his services. Wow, that's pretty good. As a brand new attorney prosecuting RICO cases, I would say that's some pretty good wages. That's some pretty good shekels right there. For his services since January 2022, compensation that as DA, Willis authorized. It was alleged that he then used the money to purchase trips for him and Willis to Napa Valley, Florida, and the Caribbean. So they were just jet setting all over the place. Him and Willis, just a couple of lovebirds traveling the world. However, no concrete evidence has been provided to substantiate these claims. Now, I saw these receipts, and what you have is flights that were purchased by Nathan Wade, and it had Fani Willis and Nathan Wade going to the same destination. Dates are the same. So it's reasonable to conclude what they were doing here. But after all of these allegations came out about Fani Willis and her impropriety and the fact that she was having an affair with a married man, or I guess someone that divorced his wife after he got the contract with Fani Willis, she decided to go and talk to her church about it. And listen to this. Listen to how she gaslights the congregation.
All the glory I receive is His grace, not a perfect me. We are at a time in history, people. Hear me on this. We are at a time in history when you can no longer sit back and just let other folks do it. You cannot expect black women to be perfect and save the world. The Lord is completing us. We are not perfect. We need your prayers. We need to be allowed to stumble. We need grace. With that kind of support, we will move mountains and do Jesus' will, stumbling all the way. So his flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child has a message for each of you today. Please find a way to do your extraordinary, God-given assignment and make this community and the world a better place for all of his people. See, it is never about who you are. It is always about the great I am and who he is. See, we are all flawed, sinners, unworthy, imperfect, damaged, but we are qualified upon his calling. You can find common ground with people of all different ideologies if you simply commit yourself to being obedient and steadfast in your efforts and his word. If you commit yourself God will turn your hard-headed self into the extraordinary for his kingdom.
I mean, listen to Fani Willis here. She is gaslighting an entire congregation. But what's even worse is they're sitting there clapping and absolutely eating it up. She's basically saying that she doesn't have accountability to anyone because everyone makes mistakes. So therefore, I should be immune from the consequences of those mistakes. And, you know, I'm going to put mistakes here in air quotes. These are not mistakes. She knows what she is doing. She knows that she is working with the Biden administration in a politically motivated attack against Donald Trump. And then she was caught red-handed with her hand in the cookie jar, trying to sleep with the special prosecutor and paying him way more money than he was worth. I don't know if he was worth any money on this case because he didn't have any experience prosecuting RICO cases. And when she was caught, she decided to go and do some PR in front of her church and lie to the entire congregation to garner sympathy and support. And she makes this a racial issue and a woman issue and all these issues to try to get them to look past her dirty deeds. Is very disgusting. But what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think Fani Willis deserves to be in jail? I do. I think Fani Willis is a corrupt and dirty district attorney. I think this entire case against Donald Trump should be thrown out. I think that the Biden administration should be investigated for going after their political prisoners. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.